Well, we're back.
We are back.
Kindred spirits here, a couple of artists.
That's right.
Yeah, well, but I used to do murals on the walls here for some of the clubs many years ago, but I haven't done that in a long time. It takes somebody to really, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. People don't realize it, but I got strong arms, and that's just from.
Really? Arm wrestler, Deke.
Yeah, come on, man.
Let's just see how strong you are.
Yeah, that's it.
April Bensch joins us. How you doing, April?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're kind of like a local artist extraordinaire. You do a little bit of everything.
I do. If you're going to be an artist full time in a not so large town, you have to be a little bit diversified. Okay. So that's what I've done over the years. So
yeah, definitely.
Very creative. I like your blouse there.
Did
you make that? She wipes her brushes on her blouse.
Sometimes,
I'm fashion thing.
I am fast, and part of that is that sometimes I'm up on a ladder and I don't want to use my rag, and I just keep on trucking
and just move it on down the line.
That's
but that's all right. She actually wore her work clothes.
I did. I wanted to represent.
Yeah.
And this is what I actually wear when I'm working. So.
And she's got her art supplies up in that head of hair of hers.
I hid them all. Back there somewhere.
Man.
That's cool. What's your favorite medium? You like oils, acrylics?
I like acrylic because I'm impatient and messy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm not messy in your house, but I like to layer. I like to be able to change my mind and just keep on going and not have to, worry too much about it. And acrylic allows you to do that because it dries quickly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can use pretty much any medium, and if I don't know how to use it, I'll figure it out. But acrylic is my go-to, or latex in the case of large murals, because you just need a lot of it. So.
Right. Yeah. So. You cut corners and do the first coat and the primer all built into one? Or?
It depends, and no, not usually. If I'm doing very bright colors, sometimes I need white behind it. Sometimes I need gray or pink. It just depends on what you're doing. But no, I have to. You can't. Is the answer to that. If you want it to look right, you can't cut corners. You have to. Sometimes you have to do 2 or 3 layers, or sometimes even 4 color, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, if somebody's got a dark wall, you've got to put the white or something behind it, right?
That's right. So, and actually, that's how I came to you, is because a friend of another person who referred me to you had me do a mural on a black wall.
Good night.
And so that means, and it was like white cranes, and so that means lots and lots of layers.
Wow. Yeah, really.
But it turned out just stunning. So I was excited about that. Stunning.
Well, I know how you found your way here because you recently did some work for Delaney.
That's right. She's wonderful. I enjoyed working with her.
Is she now?
Yeah, she had a
you
vision.
You caught her on a good day.
I guess you're right.
She seemed delightful, and she had a vision, and just I enjoyed bringing it to life for her and her daughters to be nursery.
It's blue, isn't it, a boy?
I don't know. Oh, you know what? I don't even know. But it's
clouds of clouds.
Clouds of clouds, and they're just beautiful. And she just wanted that little baby to look like I guess Zeus or Apollo or something up in the clouds,
really?
and sitting.
Sounds like
pretty.
she sound like Andrew had a little something to do with it.
Zeus.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see.
Well, you travel around then for
I do.
Yeah, you get in the car and ride.
I've worked from Florida to North Carolina. Pretty much, if people don't mind paying me to get there, I'll do it. So
okay.
Yeah. So I've worked on sets in Florida, lots of restaurants in North Carolina. It just depends,
Yeah.
So.
Have brush will travel.
Have brush will travel.
I love it. Well, let's talk about the books, and then I'll show off some of your artwork here.
All right.
Where did the book thing come from? Because are you writing the story too, or just illustrating?
I am not. These are all actually different authors that have had me illustrate different books. And they're mostly children's books, although I have done...
Arabella the Angel,
That's one of my favorites.
Right. Yeah, that's neat.
Most of these are available on Amazon from different authors, excuse me.
Yeah. I like that one you've got in your hand.
Billy the Bully. This is a fun one about how to deal with bullying. And if you actually have ever watched hummingbirds, you know that they are bullies.
They're territorial.
They're really mean to each other.
They're mean. In fact, you can't really have two dude hummingbirds in the same backyard.
I guess not. But they just dive
You put a mockingbird in there and they'd be dead. They're really mean.
Yeah. I think I got dive bombed by one of those once.
I've been dive bombed.
There's Jimmy the Nature Smart Ninja.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a part of an award-winning series by a doctor out of Florida, and we just finished the 8th in that series. think we have at least one more to go.
Yeah. That is nice work. Really
Thank you.
nice work.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
really.
Oh, wow. Boy,
And-
look at those colors just popping right there.
They're
Oh, yeah.
popping. Colors
Lord
be
almighty.
popping.
Is that an eagle in there?
I'd have to look because yes, that is.
Oh, I got to close it up quick. Larry Biddle's getting excited
That's
watching this
right.
morning. He's a freak over those eagles.
All right,
Yeah.
and then this is one by an author. She's since passed, but she had a heart for children with disabilities
Okay.
and different challenges, and that one addresses ADHD, which a lot of children identify with.
Sure.
So it's a fun way to address it, not as a problem, but as something that you can work with.
Okay, I love the title of this next one. It's philosophical in my world.
Absolutely.
Wyatt, God's Pirate.
That's right. That's by another local author, Marianne Bishop. And she actually has done one for each of her grandchildren. And that features pictures of her actual family, basically illustrated in a fanciful way. And it has a great little meaning to it. So it's all very...
Now, what kind of medium do you use for that?
I use acrylic, however, I water it down like watercolor
Right.
because you can't get that vibrancy any other way
Right,
than
right.
to use the white paper behind it. And although I'm not a watercolor artist per se, I can kind of do kind of a mush of the two and create what I want that way.
See, I've done like one illustration for a book, and then I did an illustration for a guy's album, a record album.
Nice.
But of course, I'm pen and ink.
Yeah,
You know,
but that's okay.
so-
You can, I mean, there's some amazing things done that way. And
But I like that, yeah, because it is vibrant.
Oh, I love what you're
Yeah.
doing there in the bottom corners. Yeah, there's an octopus. or
That's right. There's something to
There's a
find on
dolphin,
each.
so you get them engaged to look at it
Yes.
differently as opposed to just glazing
Yes.
over it.
And apparently that's the favorite part of many children. And I met a boy in Florida who actually has this book, and his mom says it's his favorite book, but he wanted to know why his hair wasn't brown because his name is Wyatt, and the main character has blonde hair. And
He's a towhead.
yeah, so I don't know. Sorry.
Wow.
but it was cute.
Must have been the Florida sun.
That's what
that's
it
right.
was.
That's what
Yeah,
happened.
Had to
bleached
be
out.
right there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
so.
sun kissed. Well, you grew up where, Tampa?
Yes, Tampa, Florida. And although I spent my first 18 years there, I've been here much longer than there. When I moved to South Carolina and called my friends from high school, they would laugh at me, and I said, what are you laughing at? They said, you have a Southern accent. And I guess a little bit.
Well, that answers that. Florida's not really a southern state. Then.
No, it is not. They don't always have sweet tea when you go to a restaurant, or people don't know what chicken bog is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I called Subway sandwiches, I call those Cubans, because where I come from, we had Cuban
Yeah, right,
sandwiches.
exactly.
And if it was on a long piece of bread, I called it a Cuban. I came here and I'm like, where are all the Cubans? And people are like, what are you talking about? But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, now, okay, now you're from Tampa, so obviously you've heard of the Ringling School of Art
Absolutely,
in Sarasota.
yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
did you ever?
I have been there, and totally, maybe a little bit related. My grandparents lived just south of Tampa.
Well, see, I
And-
used to live down in Venice.
Okay.
Many years ago.
Not quite that far south, but the Ringling brothers used to winter in the area where my grandparents
Right.
grew up. And a giant used to come and fix her television.
Oh, I
I'm
bet.
not kidding.
Yeah, hold that antenna. That's really, that's a great story.
Anyway, but that's totally unrelated. But they had the people from the circus had winter jobs there.
Oh,
often,
yeah.
just to make some extra money, and
Yeah,
that
sure.
was and his
So the
wife
giant
was
was
real
a
small.
TV repairman.
He was I don't know what all he did, but that's one of the things
Big
he
screen.
did. He had to lean down to get in your door to come in and fix your television.
Isn't that something?
And they had a place called the Giant Motel for a long time, had one of his boots out there, and I was a kid, and it seemed like it was, but it was probably at least, yay tall.
Well, they used to winterize down in Venice, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I remember,
Now, when you go to Tampa, do
Yeah.
they know what yay tall means?
that's right.
They probably
That's right.
don't. I probably
Not
picked that
yay
up.
tall.
It's a mite bigger than a smidgen.
Well, they had the little dwarfs from the circus who were clowns. Most of them were clowns that
Yes,
they'd come
yeah.
in clubs at night. They'd heavy drinkers.
They'd have a good old
they'd
time.
we let them in half off.
Oh.
Yeah, they'd be sitting on a stool or something. Said, "Look, get out there and dance a little bit. Stretch your legs."
Okay.
no. Oh, shame on y'all.
Once he starts, well, you want to just
Yeah,
leave?
right. hey, I got 100 of them.
You can keep going all day.
No, I'm going.
All day long.
Oh, okay. This is festive. This is the perfect time of year.
Oh,
This is an
yes.
example of things you can do at my paint party studio, Paint and Unwind. which I run out of my home, and I can also do on location. So you could do that with me yourself in 2 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I could probably do this in 30 minutes.
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
You'd be the first.
It
but
would
that'd
look
be
like
pretty
that,
cool.
but he could do it in 30 minutes.
That's right. It might be kind of a Picasso version. Would be cool.
Yeah, probably so,
Now,
yeah.
his wife could do it big
Oh, yeah?
time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
she's an artist.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
That's
bringing her up.
awesome.
I kind of lay low on her being an
Oh,
artist.
quit laying low on her, will
She
you?
puts me to work. That's why I don't
daggone.
bring it up.
Oh,
yeah.
that's all
Yeah, she'll
right.
put me to work.
That's all right.
And then what's the piece here?
Yeah, what is
That's
that?
just one of my original pieces. It has a little relief to it, which is you can't probably see on camera, but it's just got it's a little bit painterly, which is kind of a neat effect. It's got a thickness to it. So there's a little dimension to it. And it's a little impressionistic, but that's sometimes I do a lot of different things. And that was just something I wanted to do.
Well, you're
so
versatile.
I did it.
Yeah.
Did you have artists in the family? Where's the talent come from?
My father was a custom boat builder. And
Okay.
although he did not draw, he could draw. Just put me to shame. He was amazing. But instead, he put his talent towards creating, especially the interiors of mega yachts and using exotic woods and all those exacting measuring
night.
things that I don't do. But he was definitely an artist. So my mother says she can't even doodle, but I don't know. She says she can't sing, and I've heard her sing, and she can sing fine. So I don't know.
What did you doodle a lot as a kid?
Oh yes, I got in trouble. Yes, yes.
During at school.
Oh yes,
Yeah, I gotcha.
absolutely. Yeah, it's all right though.
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that.
I got through
Right.
somehow, but no, I made great grades. I was actually going to be a physical therapist because that sounded like a smart thing to do. And I got into grad school, and then I became confronted with the fact that God doesn't give you a talent so you can just put it under a bushel and say, you know what, that's not a real job.
I get it. No, I
It is
understand
a real
that.
job, and it was scary to forfeit that because I had to tell them there was a long waiting list. I've been working really hard to get in there at the time. Physical therapy was brand new, and it was hard to get in. And I had to call them and say, no, thank you. And that was a leap of faith. But, God's blessed me through that leap of faith. I've been able to do many amazing things and got everything out of my career that I had wanted out of something else. So,
Yeah.
Isn't that
and
great?
more.
God gave you a career.
God gave me
Yeah.
a career. That's right. I had to take it.
Yeah.
I had to make that move, but I did because it's scary going out on your own and doing something that you can't just walk on and get a salary, But
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, I tip my hat to other artists in the area that I know that do what I do, because you're your own boss, but you also have to market yourself. You have to be out there, and nobody's going to hand you work. You got to go out there and get it.
It's tricky because there's some great artists.
It's true.
And business is a little tricky for them.
Absolutely.
You have great business people, and art's way tricky for them. It's a real special individual that can juggle both.
Well, I tell people that to find a responsible artist is kind of like finding a unicorn.
It really is. No, it is.
Because I have worked with other artists, and for the most part, it's difficult to pin us down. We like to just do things whenever we feel like
Right,
it.
exactly, yeah. Kind of fickle. Huh?
Yeah. You don't know. No, But anyway, so just being dependable, showing up on time, getting the work done, doing what people want, And not everybody can be a contract artist because you have to accept direction. And some artists just want to do whatever they want to do, which is great because that's how we get amazing art. But sometimes people want something, and somebody needs to make it for them. So that's what.
Do you ever have a blank slate day? When you just feel like you just can't come up with anything? I mean,
some days I'm more inspired than others.
Really?
I very
That's- yeah.
rarely have a blank slate day, but sometimes it really hits me, and sometimes I do have to struggle a little more. But fortunately, it's rare for me to be at a total loss. So sometimes I have some challenges too, like with the illustrating. Sometimes an author will be like, okay, the book is about dogs, but they need to look like different famous people like Einstein and Henry Ford. And how do you do that? Well, I can do that.
Right.
yeah, that's
Pretty
great.
neat. How does one hire you? How do we find you, April?
You can find me on Facebook, just at April Bensch, and my last name is spelled funny, Bensch. Just think kind of German.
Okay.
Bensch.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Or you can just give me a call, 843-997-9917. Leave me a message because I don't answer numbers when I don't know who you are.
Oh, exactly.
But
Yeah,
I
I
will
don't
call
either.
you back. So
And
yes.
some, I don't answer his calls.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly.
Sometimes when you know who it is, you don't answer.
Right.
But at any rate, and fortunately, I am pretty busy, which is a good thing. If you have a Christmas order, I'm not sure if I can fill it at this time.
Right.
But I'll try if I can. But otherwise, I'll just get you on my list, and we'll get to you when we can. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being here and meeting both of
Yes.
you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
A
my
German
pleasure.
artist.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
right.
actually. Well, I have some German in there, but I'm classically American. I've got a little bit of everything. So,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Good
so.
stuff.
All right. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
guys.
Just like Johnny Bench, no runs, no drips,
And
no
we are
errors.
actually related, believe it or not, even though the names, and that's a whole nother story. But
You're related to Johnny Bench.
yes, but in the
Wow.
family, there was somebody who didn't want to marry somebody else because of the Catholic Church and so on and so forth. And then they changed their name a little bit, and it's a long story.
Yeah, I had family members who changed some letters in their name too.
Yes.
On two sides
And
of
of course, it's on my husband's side of the family. So,
Okay.
but
All
anyway,
right.
by
Good
marriage.
deal. I was hoping I could get a deal on some Blue Emu.
Who knows?
I got a
Anything's
pain.
possible. Yeah.
Anyway, more River Talk after this.
All right, thank you.
At CMC Orthopedics, our highly skilled specialists understand that every body is different. Whether your pain comes from illness or injury, we can help you get back into life.